Yo, what happened with the podcast with your moms?
Mommy and Me. So I'm actually getting ready to drop. I don't know when this is going to drop, but the episode next week of my podcast, we're talking a little bit about her situation. My mom is in prison right now.
I thought I heard about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
she got arrested from her accountant filed a PPP loan for her businesses.
Are you serious?
My mom got awarded $7 million. She gave every dollar back plus interest in a matter of 3 weeks of having it because she didn't need the money. She was like, I don't need this. Y'all can have this. And the accountant was moving funny. So she was like, something ain't right. Gave all the money back. They arrested my mom. Gave my mom 7 years. My mother was a public defender of the city of Atlanta, a city attorney. She has all this community service she has served. Everything. It's like this crazy story that only she can tell. So she's been in prison now for 2 years.
Wait, what? It's been 2 years since y'all dropped the episode?
2 years.
Wow.
Yes. And they just, it was like, you hear about racism, you hear about the court and the judicial system, and you think it's like kind of outdated or it's only for murderers or drug dealers. But they even used the podcast against her in court. And the podcast was all about family. And so for a while, it took me, it silenced me. It made me feel like, oh, I'm scared to even, because they tried to flip it. I don't know if y'all seen this clip that went viral. We were talking about gentle parenting.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how she run as a parent, as a black mom. And I'm sure most of us with black moms would be like, you do what I say do or else in my household. So they played that clip in court like, oh, she's a kingpin. Like, this lady with no criminal record, like, because she was saying, I'm talking about your children in the household. Like, I wouldn't I wouldn't tell nobody child to run their house. But it was like, this has been like the longest. So just this week dealing with lawyer stuff and court stuff, it's been the longest journey. But I know I'm a servant of God. I know that like this test is going to turn into a testimony for us. And when she come out, it's going to be even bigger. But we dive a little bit deeper into that in this week's episode of Better with Brie Renee. That's about to drop on Wednesday.
Wait. Hold up. So she been in jail for 2 years.
2 years.
How old is your mom?
December will be 2 years. My mother is in her 60s. She is 63 years old, y'all. Wow. Never had a criminal record at all.
That's insane.
Served the government. Like, retired from serving the government. A public defender and a police officer. Retired from both of those. And they gave her 7.5 years for money she does not owe.
How's she taking it though? Like, it seemed like you just so like in just good spirits. Like,
I am now.
2 years later, yeah.
It's been 2 years that it took. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm being, I just refuse to let the system beat me down. And I feel like that's what they try to do. They try to silence you. They try to, take everything we work for. This is somebody, my mother, who built a construction company working in a white boy in industry where minorities don't normally take over. She took over that industry after she retired and was getting contracts for millions of dollars working with different municipalities, the Cobb County. She worked up in DC, in Florida, doing construction, like laying I call it the business, because they basically lay the pipes under the ground but these are multi-million-dollar companies. So I feel like some of that was part of that too. Like, who this black woman is coming in here getting all these these million-dollar contracts. No, we got to figure out a way to get her out. And I feel like they try to break us down by any means necessary, and I just refuse. We all could wake up every day and find something that's going to take our joy and steal our drive or our ambition, but I'm just not going to let them. I'm not. I let them do that for a whole. I moped and was sad and was silenced, then drop an episode, wasn't speaking, wasn't on nobody platform for over a year. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. This is my God-given gift and talent, and I'm not going to let them I'm not going to give it to them.
Yo, what, so, because PPP loans, like, it's legal, but we do it illegal. Like, how was that? How was it? Can you explain how was it illegal versus, like, I guess, the legal way?
Again, we all file taxes, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. When you file your tax, you give your information to your tax preparer and you expect them to fill out the stuff correctly.
My nigga did me wrong too. I owe like $5 bands. But I'm just,
you don't even, but who know how to, I don't know how to double check what you did because I didn't go to tax school.
Yeah.
And it's so sad because this also what her accountant had also been her lawyer and a good friend of hers for years. This lady took the stand and said she did not only my mother's application, but several applications in her own businesses and her husband and her son name without them knowing. She also was awarded $7+ million in PPP loans. And basically when they do, I guess she falsified the numbers
Wow.
to make it like my mom had these businesses, but just inflated what she needed or how
okay.
many employees she had and stuff,
Okay, that
inflated
makes
those
sense.
numbers, but she had the correct, my mom gave her all her correct information. And DocuSigned it from her house, the lady's house, which was all traced back in court through the IP address. And this lady took the stand, but because she took a plea, she kind of they put it on my mom because the lady plead out.
Okay.
And my mom was like, I'm not taking a plea deal because I didn't.
I ain't do
I'm
nothing.
not admitting shit. And that's another thing that
Yeah, I was about to say that.
they get us like that.
Yep.
As black people in this country, they make it seem like
You
it's our
gotta-
constitutional right to go for a fair trial. But if you
It's not.
fight them, they will try to throw the book at you.
Yeah.
And if I had not had, shout out to my friends Ernestine Morrison and Leticia Gardner, they came to court with me. And sat in there the day that my mom got sentenced. The judge said out his mouth, had they not been there, nobody would believe me. The judge said out his mouth, a white man, we are going to make an example out of you. We're going to prove that people cannot do this or people cannot get away with this. That's why he gave her 7 years. I was like, this 63-year-old woman who at the time 61 never did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And then even the judge said, in the court, he was like, I've never seen a courtroom full of so many people from the community here to speak on your behalf. He was like, so that does, I give you kudos for that. He took off a few months for that, for a good character. Because the president of Delta Sigma Theta came in. Like people who I had never even known about my mother had helped. They spoke. Like the lady of Delta's, the president of Delta Sigma Theta, she stood up and she said, every year, this woman adopted several families, not one, not two, but 5 to 10 families every Christmas so that these children wouldn't go without. I never even knew my mama was doing that. My mom had employees that worked for her construction company. They came in and said, this lady gave me somewhere to stay and a car to drive just so I could get to work. So she could pay them to work. So it was like, it disheartened me, and I took some time away because I was so mad and angry even at God. Like, what are we being good people for? If none of it, why am I out here being a good person or trying to give back or being polite and being nice? Because what difference do it make? But I remember God telling me, you're not doing it for man, you're doing it for me. And at the end of the day, justice will be served whether you get to see it or not, or whether it look like it or not, or no matter how long it takes, it is going to be served. So I'm just faithful. I just been leaning on the word of God, and I'm faithful.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. And it's crazy about the plea thing, because like it's people out there who don't know nothing about court system, and they make jokes about niggas taking pleas, and like y'all have no idea. But it's like the system, it's like they set you up, because like if you don't take a plea, they give you crazy amount of numbers that they give like
Like a
years.
murderer.
Yeah,
Like,
bro, it's ridiculous, bro. So it's like, man, and then when you take a plea, you pleading guilty almost just to get lighter sentence, but you still got that stain on your record. It's like, bro, y'all niggas is ridiculous, bro. That shit is crazy.
It's a lose-lose situation.
It's
and
a
and
lose-lose
it's
situation,
structurally
bro.
created so that, especially for our community, for us to lose in that. And I think that, I mean, thank God you have people that know the knowledge and we're able to go and to see that. But that's a majority of people within our community, and they're separating families. We were talking about it in the last episode. They have systematically put things in place to destroy the black family structure. And especially if she's somebody that's like a pillar in her community, that's more of a reason, because it's like, okay, you have so many people that are looking up to you. Now we're
Absolutely.
showing that we're not having any favoritism, but if I'm right, I'm right. And I mean, I think I told you the story. I had to fight a similar situation with that, where they knew they was wrong. And even when you have the paperwork, I had letters from the DA. I still have them to this day. It took me to go to a state legislator to write a letter to the MVA to be able to say, like, no, he was wrongfully convicted. Wrongfully accused and things of that nature. And even at that point, like, I remember standing before these white folks and I was like, yo, like, this is exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
What she's saying. And she was like, we don't recognize this. You need to get a letter from the cop. And I was just like, the district attorney has this document, signed this, and is saying that they were wrong. And she's like, no, you have to still jump through another hoop. So I
And
can.
that's the thing. They try to tire us out.
And
They
that's
make
it.
you jump through so many hoops and go through so many and call this person to do this, or you got to go through this process and that, because they want to wear us out, because a lot of us don't have the stamina.
Or the money. Like niggas do that.
Or the
Don't
money.
have the money.
Yeah, when it come to like suing people, like people
Yep.
do that, they hold you in court for years and years and years. You gotta pay these attorney fees, bro. It's ridiculous.
You know, it's a great example of that.
What?
Like the Tulsa race massacre.
Yeah.
The last person, like the last descendants, they just kept on pushing back the court cases. They ultimately died. You know what I'm saying? Because they were talking about like
That's
reparations for that,
insane.
but they
Yeah.
pushed it back long enough to the point that the last survivor of the massacre just recently passed away. I think last year or 2 years ago.
That shit
And that's what they
nasty,
do.
bro.
It's a
Dragging
sick
it
system.
out. Yeah.
Keep talking about the system.
That shit is disgusting, bro.
It's a sick
All right,
system.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. Prayers up to you and your family.
For
Yeah,
sure.
thank you.